there's a very light smokiness in it. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com. And today we have the Aberfeldy, 21 years here in my cask. I tasted it already nearly 2 years ago. And at that time I had an orange box here, and the bottle looked comparable, but the label was lighter, not that dark. So they changed the appearance of the whiskey, and the former bottle I had a leak in the cork, and here there is some seal on top, some wax, and the cork is very strong and tight in the bottle. It's a numbered bottle. On this bottle there's the number 81,634 with a leading 0, so you can imagine how many bottles of Aberfeldy are spread in the world, because Aberfeldy is home of the Dewars. They produce for the blended whiskey Dewars, which is the most often sold Scotch whiskey in the US. The whiskey is matured in 3 different casks, first fill casks, refill hogsheads. This makes sense if a whiskey matures quite long. Otherwise, the oaky influence might be too heavy for the normal user. And sherry butts. So there's some sherry content in it, sherry cask matured whiskey content in it. And here they say established 1846. And I remember that the railway which passes the distillery was built in 1896, so that the whiskey from the Aberfeldy distillery was able to be delivered to Perth and spread to the world, to the consumer markets. And when I looked here at the banderole at the top, it's 1846, and if I look at the box, here down here they say it's 1890 something. Here 1898. So there's some discrepancy in it. Probably they found some documents, and those documents were already put on the bottle and not yet manifested in the card boxes which were produced before. So no idea why there is this difference in the year. There's the production process on the back and some gold medals they earned for this whiskey. 2007 gold at the International Wine and Spirit Competition, United Kingdom, which I like very much because it's a blind tasting. 2010 gold World Spirit Competition, San Francisco. I think last time they gave out close to 100 gold medals and gold and silver medals, and double gold and premium gold and whatever. So, and 2011 gold at the Scotch Whisky Masters in the United Kingdom. And there is the Royal Warrant on top. So they are providers of fine Scotch whiskies to the Crown. And an awful lot of taxes as well. Yeah. So now let's have a try. So the cork is excellent today. The last bottle I had, there was some leakage where I lost 80% out of the bottle. It was still closed and just filled this much. And here they changed that. They now have the seal on the cork, and the cork is really good. So I think they changed a lot at the bottling plant. There's a very light smokiness in it. So 6 to 8 ppm. And this makes this whiskey very interesting because there's this light smokiness, and this combines immediately with other aromas like some honey sweetness, a little vanilla, some roasted oak. Yeah, so it's a very complex, interesting, demanding aroma. Now I have the first sip. Oranges, like the last time. I had it close to 2 years ago. And from the time, or the last time, I had blood oranges with a bitter aftertaste. This time is just oranges, and the bitterness is missing. In the start, the first 2 seconds, it's quite weak, close to watery. It has just only 40% ABV. But afterwards, it builds up. The spiciness from the oak is coming. A long aftertaste, covering my mouth. The smokiness is gone, close to gone. It's still there, yes. And now, after I swallowed the first gulp, there's more aroma to taste, because they made some scientific investigations about the reception of olfactory influences, and they found out that if a person swallows some food and is presented the same food for smelling afterwards, it's more pleasant than before, because your brain is transforming the reception of the food after you swallowed. If you swallowed, it had to be good, so the brain is demanding for more. If you just were presented, not the whiskey, but food, and you did not eat from that, you did not swallow, then the brain said, well, just normal reception going on, so you have to swallow, and afterwards it's better. It's from our evolution. You can't change that. With a second gulp, there's really enough aroma so that there's no weakness or watery left in this whiskey. It's just full aromatic, not too strong. So you can present this whiskey to a novice which is not used to whiskey, and it's not overwhelming, it's not too demanding, it's not too spicy. It's just elegant, it's complex on the nose, it's rewarding in the aftertaste, there's no bitterness at all. So even the orange peel I found in the former bottling is no longer there. Very pleasant, and for the price close to 100. For a 21-year-old whiskey from a big and rewarded distillery, not too bad. So the price is still okay. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, there's more to come, and as always, feel free to share this video with a friend.